You could work out every single day for 100 days straight, load up on protein, and even take extra supplements. But here's the catch. If you skip a few key vitamins before bed, your muscles will still struggle to grow, especially as you get older. You've probably been told that magnesium is the secret weapon for building muscle, right? Well, that's not exactly true. Forget about magnesium supplements because in just a moment, I'm going to reveal two vitamins that can actually help your body pack on muscle while you sleep. These two are far more powerful and faster acting than magnesium. Why? Because about 70% of muscle repair and growth happens at night during your deepest hours of rest. I'll start by revealing the second best nighttime supplement first, since it's easy to find. Then I'll share the #1 game changer that most people overlook completely. And stick around because I'll also show you 3 supplements you should absolutely avoid at night if you want to maximize recovery and muscle growth while you sleep. If you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. Now let's dive in. Vitamin D3, your nighttime muscle builder. When you take vitamin D3 before bed, something incredible happens inside your body overnight. As you drift off to sleep, vitamin D activates special receptors in your muscle cells known as VDRs. These receptors send powerful signals to your muscles, telling them to absorb more calcium and phosphorus from the meals you ate earlier in the day. Both of these minerals are essential for muscle contraction and strength. But it doesn't stop there. Vitamin D also boosts testosterone production while you sleep, a hormone that helps convert the protein you ate into new muscle tissue. Without enough vitamin D, this entire repair process can slow down by as much as 60%. Even worse, low vitamin D levels increase muscle inflammation and speed up the breakdown that naturally comes with aging. Each D3 capsule usually contains about 2,000 to 4,000 IU, nearly 10 times more than what most older adults get from sunlight alone. A Harvard study tracked 400 seniors with low vitamin D over 8 months. The group that took D3 daily gained nearly 3 pounds of lean muscle, while the group without supplements barely added half a pound. This isn't new knowledge either. Ancient Viking warriors used cod liver oil during long sunless winters to maintain their strength when daylight was scarce. Today it's much simpler. You just need 2,000 to 4,000 IU of vitamin D3 with your evening meal. That includes some healthy fats. And if you'd rather go natural, try grilling a piece of salmon with fresh herbs for a delicious, nutrient-rich dinner. That single piece of salmon already gives you more vitamin D than most people manage to get in an entire week. Now imagine adding roasted mushrooms sprinkled with rosemary and baked until the edges are perfectly crisp. Pair that with creamy mashed sweet potatoes blended with rich grass-fed butter, and you've just created the ultimate side dish for maximizing vitamin D absorption. But here's the real secret move: mix a spoonful of cod liver oil straight into your homemade salad dressing. The flavor disappears, but your muscles will feel the impact all night long. To top it all off, finish your dinner with a cold glass of fortified milk before bed. That single meal packs more than 500 IU of vitamin D, along with the healthy fats your body needs to turn that nutrient into pure overnight muscle growth. Now let's get real. There are certain supplements you should never touch at night or at all, especially if you're older and trying to add muscle. I'll cover those later. But here's the truth: if you want maximum results, vitamin D alone won't cut it. You absolutely need to pair it with another key supplement. Without it, your muscle building potential is stuck in neutral. So what's this powerful partner, zinc? Zinc, the missing spark for muscle repair. Here's what happens during your deepest sleep cycles. Your body produces critical growth hormones. These hormones are what tell your muscles, okay, rebuild stronger. But here's the part almost nobody talks about. Those hormones can't even do their job without zinc. This mineral's the ignition switch. Zinc regulates over 300 enzymes responsible for repairing muscle fibers while you sleep. When your zinc levels are optimal, those enzymes stay active for a solid 6 to 8 hours. But if you're deficient, and research shows nearly 40% of older adults, or your body's repair system slows down by as much as 60%. That means less recovery, less strength, and less growth. Zinc also acts as a delivery service, shuttling amino acids right into your muscle cells, where they're stitched together into fresh new fibers. That's why people with healthy zinc levels wake up feeling recharged, less sore, and ready to move. But those who are deficient, they often wake up achy, stiff, and stuck in a slower recovery loop. A high-quality zinc supplement gives you between 15 to 30 milliliters of bioavailable zinc per capsule. That's up to 3 times more than what most older adults get from food alone. And here's the scary part. Most doctors don't even test for zinc deficiency, even though it's one of the most common hidden barriers to muscle growth. Low zinc levels also mean slower wound healing, reduced testosterone production, and wasted protein because your body can't use it effectively. In fact, a groundbreaking study at the University of Michigan followed 120 seniors who were zinc deficient. Over 12 weeks, those who took 20 milligrams of zinc daily boosted their muscle protein synthesis by an impressive 34% and cut their recovery time after exercise by nearly 40%. The researchers concluded that zinc literally flips the genetic switches inside your muscle cells that tell them to grow, repair, and strengthen overnight. Did you know that over 4,000 years ago, Egyptian healers were already using zinc-based remedies to help warriors heal from battle wounds and regain their strength? Even back then, they understood the power of this mineral. For best results today, you'll want to take your zinc supplement with a full glass of water, ideally a couple of hours before bedtime, so your body can absorb it effectively. But here's the thing, even if you're taking vitamin D and zinc, all of your efforts could be wasted if you're combining them with certain other supplements. And sadly, these are supplements that most people, especially older adults, are still taking every single week. The worst part, instead of helping your muscles, they can actually behave like poison inside your body, sabotaging your strength and recovery while you sleep. After reviewing dozens of nutritional studies, working with thousands of patients suffering from muscle loss, and consulting with leading experts on muscle preservation, I've pinpointed the 3 supplements you must absolutely avoid at night if you care about building or even maintaining muscle. Let's start with the most damaging one of all. The one supplement to avoid at night. Complex. This one might shock you. B vitamins are often praised by doctors and nutritionists for their role in boosting energy, supporting nerves, and keeping metabolism strong. Many seniors take a B complex daily, thinking they're helping their bodies fight fatigue and age-related decline. But here's the hidden truth no one tells you. Taking a B complex at the wrong time, especially at night, can completely sabotage your muscle-building efforts. Why? Because B complex vitamins are loaded with energizers like B6, B12, niacin, and riboflavin. These compounds stimulate your nervous system, rev up your metabolism, slightly raise your heart rate, and increase mental alertness. That's great if you take them in the morning or early afternoon when your body needs that lift. But at night, it's a recipe for disaster. Muscles aren't built while you're lifting weights or eating protein. They're built while you sleep, specifically during your deepest cycles of rest. This is when your body floods itself with growth. Hormone repairs torn fibers and transforms dietary protein into lean new muscle. But if your nervous system is overstimulated from B complex, your body struggles to enter that slow-wave sleep stage, the very phase when all of the real muscle repair happens. A 2019 review in Sleep Medicine examined the effects of taking B vitamins late in the evening. The results were eye-opening. Older adults who took B complex at night produced less melatonin, took longer to fall into deep sleep, and spent significantly less time in restorative slow-wave cycles. In simple terms, they missed out on the exact recovery window their muscles needed. And the bad news doesn't stop there. Extra stimulation from nighttime B vitamins can also trigger a spike in cortisol, the stress hormone. High cortisol not only keeps you restless and wired, but it also actively breaks down muscle tissue to use as energy. For seniors already at risk of sarcopenia, age-related muscle loss, this combination accelerates weakness, frailty, and even loss of independence. I'll never forget one of my patients, Margaret. She was 87 years old, full of determination and doing everything she thought was right. She hit the gym 3 times a week, blended protein shakes religiously, and sipped bone broth daily, convinced she was on the path to gaining strength. But instead of building muscle, she kept feeling weaker. When we looked deeper, the culprit surprised her. It wasn't her workouts, her diet, or her age. It was her B complex supplement, which she had been taking right after dinner. That tiny detail was robbing her body of the deep sleep it needed for repair. We switched her supplement routine to the morning instead. Within just a week, she noticed she was sleeping more soundly. 3 weeks later, she had gained back 2 pounds of lean muscle and told me she felt stronger than she had in years. The takeaway: timing matters. If you want your muscles to grow, you must give your body the chance to recover at night. That means no B complex after late afternoon. Take it with breakfast or lunch to fuel your day, then let your nights be reserved for healing and repair. The second supplement to avoid at night, vitamin C, is often celebrated as a miracle vitamin. It boosts immunity, supports skin health, and aids in wound healing. And yes, it's essential. But when it comes to building and maintaining muscle, the timing of vitamin C intake can either help or completely derail your progress. Here's why vitamin C is a powerful antioxidant. Normally that's a good thing, but at night your muscles actually need a small dose of oxidative stress. That mild stress acts like a signal to your body telling it to release growth, hormone, activate repair pathways, and rebuild fibers that were strained during the day. If you load up on vitamin C right before bed, you mute that signal. The result: your body fails to kickstart muscle protein synthesis at the exact time it should be at its peak. Research on older adults confirms this high antioxidant intake in the evening suppresses mTOR, or signaling the key pathway that allows your muscles to absorb amino acids and grow. In plain English, your muscles never get the memo to repair themselves. And there's another problem. Vitamin C isn't just an antioxidant, it also stimulates the brain. It plays a role in producing norepinephrine, a neurotransmitter that keeps you alert and awake. For many seniors, taking vitamin C at night leads to restless tossing and turning. That means less time spent in slow-wave sleep, the stage of deep rest when growth hormone is released and damaged tissues are restored. I also remember Harold, a 79-year-old retired teacher. He worked hard to stay healthy, lifting light weights and sipping bone broth every evening. Yet he felt weaker with each passing week. The hidden reason: he was taking 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C every night with his dinner broth, thinking it would speed healing. Instead, it was blocking his body's nighttime repair cycle. Once Harold shifted his vitamin C to the morning, the change was dramatic. His sleep improved almost immediately, his soreness decreased, and within a month, he regained muscle strength he thought he had lost forever. The lesson is crystal clear. Vitamin C is valuable, your body needs it, but never take it at night. If your goal is to build muscle and stay strong, take your vitamin C early in the day so your nights can be dedicated to growth and recovery. Let your body do what it's naturally designed to do, repair and rebuild muscle while you sleep. If you thought avoiding B complex and vitamin C at night was surprising, just wait until you hear this last one. The third supplement you should never take in the evening if you're serious about building muscle is caffeine. Now, most people think of caffeine as just their morning cup of coffee or tea. But here's the sneaky part. Caffeine also hides in pre-workout powders, fat burners, energy multivitamins, and even some nighttime supplements that are marketed as metabolism boosters. Sure, a small dose of caffeine earlier in the day can sharpen your focus, improve circulation, and give you a nice energy lift. But if you take it anywhere close to bedtime, it can wreck your recovery faster than almost anything else. Here's why caffeine stimulates your central nervous system and drives up cortisol, your stress hormone. That jolt of energy might feel useful in the moment, but at night it comes at a steep price. Elevated cortisol blocks muscle protein synthesis, the very process that takes your protein and collagen and rebuilds them into new muscle tissue. And it gets worse. Caffeine also blocks adenosine receptors in your brain. Adenosine is the natural signal that tells your body, hey, it's time to wind down. Without it, falling asleep becomes harder. Even if you do eventually drift off, your cycles of deep restorative sleep are cut short. And deep sleep is the golden window when growth hormone surges and muscle fibers actually repair. A 2020 study in nutritional neuroscience tracked 160 older adults over 10 weeks. The results were shocking. Those who consumed caffeine within 6 hours of bedtime lost nearly 30% more lean muscle mass than those who stayed caffeine-free, even though both groups ate the same amount of protein. The difference came down to one thing: disrupted sleep. I remember one patient in particular, Gloria, an 81-year-old retired nurse. She was doing everything right, sipping collagen broth at night, hitting her exercise routine 3 times a week, and expecting steady progress. But her muscles just weren't responding. After reviewing her supplements, we uncovered the hidden problem. A fat burner she was taking at night contained 150 milligrams of caffeine, more than a strong cup of coffee. Once she cut it out, the change was incredible. Her sleep became deeper, and more consistent, and within a month, her strength improved noticeably. On a simple hand grip test, her performance shot up by 19%. Sometimes the smallest adjustments bring the biggest results. So here's the truth: caffeine isn't the enemy, but timing is everything. Keep it strictly in the morning. That means no coffee, no black tea, and definitely no caffeine-containing supplements after lunch. Save your nights for rest, recovery, and muscle growth. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these supplements have you been unknowingly taking at night? Drop a comment below and share your experience. I read every single one, and I'm genuinely curious about what you've noticed. And if you're serious about finally building the strong, healthy muscles you deserve at any age, I've created something special just for you: my 30-day muscle recovery meal plan. Inside, you'll find over 90 protein-packed, collagen-rich recipes, all designed to fuel muscle growth while avoiding the bad timing supplements I just revealed. You'll also get the exact timing strategies to help your body absorb nutrients in the most effective way possible. You can grab the plan right now using the link in my pinned comment or in the description below. But here's the most exciting part: tomorrow, I'll be revealing a breakthrough method for building leg strength that's been clinically proven to boost muscle activation by 34% without a single squat or lunge. It's something you've never heard before, and I'll be sharing it exclusively with my subscribers first. So if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button right now. You do not want to miss this. Trust me, this secret will completely change how you think about leg strength. See you in the next video.